What's up, everybody? Psych Out back here for another Castle Crush video. And this one, we're going to be replaying some all-in matches. To give you an idea here, all-in matches are these one of these weekly prize games. This is one where every card costs 0 crystals. I do really well in these matches, and I often win 10 or more in a row. And in this case of this video, that's what we have here is 10 consecutive wins. I'll show you the deck that I use for these all-in matches. The deck I use. It might seem a little weird playing Mage. A lot of people don't play that. I also play the Giant Growth, which I could upgrade, but man, that's a lot of coins for a card I only use in these matches. So it would help if I did upgrade it because my dragon is a level 4 and my black knight is a level 7, so it would they're actually getting hurt when I giant growth them, which those are the two cards I mostly giant growth. But anyway, I'm just not that worried about it because we were pretty successful even with the deck as is. So let's replay these. We've got 10 wins in a row. We'll see a variety of decks that our opponents play, and you can watch and see how this deck just pretty much crushes everything. If I get the Skull King, I always start with the Skull King, and then I like to see what my opponent does. A lot of people, I think, make big mistakes. They just play as many cards as they can. As you see my opponent is kind of doing here, is just playing card, 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 card. So I hit the freeze right there, and we've just frozen everything, and he quickly decides to play a bunch more stuff, and I freeze everything else again. So I've used both my freezes. Unfortunately, my opponent did have a wind, so that kind of threw me off. But here I decide, you know what, I'm just going to go after him in this bottom lane. He's got everything in the middle lane, and he's all the way back at the back. If I get a giant Black Knight, which I did here, and the Black Knight with the Executioner is pretty awesome because no matter what they play, as you'll see here, he plays the Skull King, but then everything's just wiped out in one swipe. And then there in the top row, my other Executioner got the last hit in. So we got a pretty easy win there just by targeting one lane after he threw everything in the middle lane and then pushed back. Here's against a fellow AP member Firmino playing a deck that includes Reaper and Standard Bearer, but also some, it's very strange that it says that a level 3 Black Knight and a level 6 Black Knight. I don't know what that's about. That's kind of weird, but let's take a look at this game, and this is another one that plays that plays with the Standard Bearer. And here again, we see rushing everything out. I'm playing much calmer. I'm going to put the Mage back here to help take out that Black Knight. He shows everything in the bottom lane. Instantly, I go for the Inferno in the bottom lane, and suddenly he's got no cards left, and I'm just dumping everything on the field, just pouring on my attack. And I'm going to go ahead and giant growth my Black Knight. He can freeze and try to play the Reaper, but it's just too late. Nothing can really happen there. So ended up being a very easy win for the second one. Let's see here. Third match against Mikey. And this is how a lot of these matches go again. So here we go. I've got the Skull King, so I know I'm going to play that first. My opponent plays the Skull King, and I am looking to say, okay, I want to play the Mage where I can take out a bunch of creatures. There we go. So we did that. My opponent freezes, no big deal. I will play the Black Knight to take on the Skull King. Unfortunately, I did not have an Inferno here, so I couldn't really do anything about this situation, but that's okay. Now this is a pretty good move by my opponent. That Dark Angel is going to kill a lot of those and get powered up. And so my opponent's doing well, and then a giant growth, so that Dark Angel's very strong. So I'm going to go ahead and match it up with the dragon. I've got a freeze, and there, bam, there's my freeze. And I'm going to go ahead and I think here I giant growth the dragon at some point. I guess I didn't do it yet. I'm waiting to see which I want to giant growth. And I do giant growth it here, and now my opponent is in a world of trouble. Okay, so yeah. It's just all over. There's just nothing my opponent can do here. And a lot of people play these spam decks to try to get a giant Spectre. I just don't. Those decks don't really faze me. I've got the 2 freezes to slow down anything they're trying to do. The 2 Infernos, which are really important cards, and then the giant growth so that I can match up against whatever their big creature is and freeze it, and then take it out with whatever big creature I want. Here's another match. This one is against a pretty good player I play quite a bit. And he's going to come with, see again here, a lot of opponents do this. I haven't played a single thing, and he's already committed to 3 cards. I'm deciding how I want to match up. Okay, and I like that matchup there because I'm going to freeze in that top lane and let my Executioner take them all out. First I play the dragon in the bottom lane and freeze it here, and there we go. And so now we're doing, and I put a second Executioner up there so I can do double damage. My opponent healed everything there, but I went ahead and played a Skull King to do extra damage, and I Giant Growth my Executioner. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do much damage there. But in the meantime, my opponent is completely out of cards, and I've got all the cards on the board because the matchup's not doing bad. I get out the Skull King before he can metamorph, and I played the Inferno just for kicks. And actually, I played the Inferno so that I could try to draw a card, which I did there. I drew the Mage. So, but anyway, pretty easy win, and that's how a lot of these go. You just get flawless wins with this deck if you play it well. Again, from a fellow AP2 Alpha Project member, Firmino. So he plays a little slower this time. So again, I'm going with the Skull King, and I'm just waiting. And I'm going to go ahead and play a Mage, just so it's behind some stuff. And he decides to go everything in the middle lane. I'm slow here. I should have been quicker with that Inferno. But he was good. I decided to pull everything back, get the dragon. And he goes to the bottom lane, so I quickly Inferno. He also froze, so he's, kind of taking me out down here in the bottom lane. Unfortunately, he got a rage in time, so things were looking pretty strong, but I do have the dragon at the castle, and I've Giant Growth it, and it just, it really doesn't matter. He can push back. And here you could think, well, things are a little dicey, but I knew I've got the defensive cards I need coming, and there's the first one, and here comes another Executioner and another freeze, and I mean, there's just really nothing he can do. So this time he did some damage, but now we've got way too much coming in all the different lanes. He can push back in the middle lane if he wants, but we're freezing in the bottom lane, Inferno, and it's just all over. Okay, so let's see here. The next game was against Fuego. And we'll see, kind of a similar story. So this time I don't have the Skull King. And when I don't have the Skull King, I usually like to start with an Executioner. But first I want to draw a card. Go ahead and max out my hand. My opponent plays really well here, as you'll see. Although he throws everything out right away. And unfortunately for me, I didn't really have the best draw defensively. So we're trying to defend. I'm trying to take out the Skull Queen there and get things going on that. I do have a dragon, and I'm going to go ahead and play that now. My opponent Giant Growth. I Giant Growth as well to combat his large Spectre there. And okay, there we go. We got through all that. I have a dragon still out there. It's not going to survive very long. Played the freeze in fast enough fashion there. I decided not to play the freeze here because I want to save it for something else my opponent might do. But we're doing okay. And this is the problem with the Spectre decks, is when you don't have enough, when I've killed all your creatures with my mages and my executioners, there's really nothing you can do. And I'm just playing Inferno in the bottom lane so I can draw another card, so I can keep the pressure on my opponent. Again, another Inferno in that lane, and I am going to lose the mage eventually, but in the meantime, it's done a lot of damage, and we've got everybody up at the castle. And yeah, and there's the Black Knight with the Executioner combo, which is pretty vicious. There's really, I mean, if they play spam, the Executioner takes it out. If they play a big creature, the Black Knight takes it out. And so that combo works really well. So we got the win there. And here's a game against Romeo Boom. And I see a lot of players in all-in mode playing funky decks. Like this one has Angel in it. Several people do that. I think they play the Angel with the Mud Elemental. And again, here I don't do anything just yet because I don't know what my opponent's going to do, and I don't have the Skull King. So I'll go ahead and play the Executioner by itself. And again, I'm not in a hurry to play anything. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the Skull King to match up against the Black Knight. And I'm going to come with a freeze on that dragon. There we go. and I'm going to follow that up with a Black Knight because I really want to do a lot of damage. Fortunately, my opponent has a Wind. Here, makes sense to play the Dragon, followed by the Mage up there to help out with that Black Knight. And there is a key move, having the Inferno to save my Dragon and kill everything that my opponent has. Opponent plays the Freeze here, which is pretty good. I have an Inferno to slow things down there, and now my opponent's in a lot of trouble because here comes a Giant Growth Dragon at the castle, and unless he draws a Wind, he's in big trouble, and it's too little too late. So that's that one. And game number 8 is against Tribal Mind from Revolution. And again, really, this is a game where I had a pretty bad draw. Not a lot I could do. So I'm just trying to get some decent matchups. And my opponent is throwing everything at me. It comes with a freeze right there in the top lane. I freeze in the middle lane to try to kill this Black Knight. I played the Inferno to get rid of some of those cards, but unfortunately it's a little too late. Okay. So now my opponent's got a lot of stuff out, and I really don't have any creatures in my hand. I've just got all of my spell cards. It's just pretty funky for a deck that doesn't have that many spell cards. Okay, I freeze in the top lane because I'm going to get a handle on it. I Inferno in the middle lane to stop that Black Knight in his attack, and now I've got to figure out how I'm going to deal with this dragon, and it's not going to be easy. I decided to Giant Growth my dragon just to make sure I take out this Spectre down here, and I know I'm going to have to throw everything at his dragon. So here we go, and the Black Knight's coming, and then we're going to get rid of that, the Fallen Angel, the Dark Angel, or whatever it is. Okay, and now I'm getting my creature cards, so now things are rolling. We're going to go Inferno here to get rid of the Archer Queen. And these still come with the Archer Queen, but I've got that Mage behind everything, and that Mage is really, just doing exactly what we want. Of course, in the middle lane, we'd already Giant Growthed a Black Knight, and that was doing the main damage. So that one, we had a really bad draw and got a really bad start, but our deck was ultimately just too strong. And so here's the last game, game number 10 against Jedi Master, a pretty good opponent. You'll see he throws tons of stuff out. He has that Black Knight Executioner combo, which is quite good. I throw an Executioner down in the bottom lane, and I'm ready with a freeze, which luckily also freezes the dragon, which is pretty cool. And then I throw down everything I could in that bottom lane because I know I've just got to stop that bottom lane. Ultimately, I do. He gets pretty fortunate drawing the Black Knight there, and he got a Skeleton and a Black Knight out of that, but I think we're going to end up getting the Black Knight with our Mage. Yep. And so, we've started out, and then he doesn't get lucky there. He gets a Skeleton, and now I've got a big Black Knight coming. Here we go. I need to play something. I want to play that freeze as fast as I can because I want to draw another card. It's one of the things you want to do in this game is when you're playing in this mode, it's like drawing cards is really critical. And you just have to get as many cards going as you can. There they do stop me in the top lane, but there's too much other damage going on, and before we can play the dragon, we get the win. So that's pretty much it. That's how you play with the all-in mode with this deck. I think it's pretty strong. Let's see here. In about 3 minutes, we've got a chest opening up. So I'll go ahead and play another couple all-in games live on this one. We'll see if we can get 11 wins in a row. Okay, so as we discussed, I like to start with the Skulking. And you can wait there. Okay, so this is going to be one of those spam decks, and we can see that coming. So we'll go here, and we're going to go freeze. And then we're going to throw down on everything big we can, right down the middle lane. And I'm going to, in that top lane, I'm going to get my dragon out as soon as I kill this thing. There we go. Dragon. And then right here, we're going to come with this. Boom. And I think Miggy's in a lot of trouble here. Because suddenly, without all of those big cards, okay, this we go. We need that Mage. That's it. There we go. And okay. card. And yeah, that's going to be doing a lot of damage right there. And that's all she wrote. So again, it's one of those spam decks. Everything looks really crazy, but you don't want to panic. You want to stay calm. You know, you have the answers. It looked like, wow, my opponent just got a ton of creatures out there. You know, we hung in there and got the win. And at the end of the day, it ended up being pretty easy. You know, they just blew all their cards, and we had everything we wanted. Okay, again, we're going to start with the Skull King. Okay, that doesn't really scare me much, but we know this is going to be a spam deck, and I've got all the cards I want to deal with these spam decks, so that's awesome. That is awesome. Here we go. And there it is. And bye-bye. That's going to be the game, because there's just nothing my opponent's going to be able to do here. Oh, okay, so he did have one answer. Yeah, let's save that. Oh, man. All right, so my opponent's not doing too badly. Wow, this is really frustrating, actually. Okay. I'm just playing this because I want to draw a card, because I know I've got to have my big card. Where are my big cards? Oh, my goodness. All right, so now I might lose this game. Where is my dragon? There it is. Okay, I hate to play this here because he's got so many little things out there that I don't like to give him more breathing room, but let's go here. Let's go here. And as soon as he kills all the stuff, I'm going to have to play another Black Knight up here right in front of the dragon. There it is. Okay. Man, opponent's playing tough. But that happens sometimes. Okay. Come with another Skull King. I'm going to go ahead and guess he's going to come with... I don't know if that was the best play. I'm trying to save my Black Knight there. He's going to have... I have a feeling he's going to have... yeah. Okay. Well, that's not the worst, but I had a feeling he was going to have the arrows again, because he is playing arrows in this deck. We saw that earlier. Okay. He's throwing every skeleton in his deck at me here. Let's just go ahead and pull everything back. I think we're going to win the game pretty easily. So let's just go Giant Growth. Here we're going to freeze, and I've got my Inferno ready for a Black Witch, which I think he's desperately hoping to get, and he gets that instead. We're going to go ahead and freeze this lane. Oops, I was a little slow. That kind of stinks. Okay. Another dragon. Okay, I'm still waiting on that Black Witch. I know he's going to play one. Let's go freeze again. There it is. There's my Inferno. That's what we were looking for, and that's how you finish off a game, just like that. Boom. Just what we were looking for in that Black Witch, and we had the Inferno ready. Okay, so let's open up this chest. Okay, that's all fine. We are going to play one regular battle to finish off this video. This is the deck I've been playing with lately. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward power deck, powered by the Angel. It's just, if you get the crystals, you're in pretty good shape because you can slow things down. You can run into trouble against other power decks if they are able to catch up to you, but it does pretty well if it gets the crystals against Rush and other kinds of speed decks, which we're seeing a lot of these days. So there's a crystal, so I'm feeling good about that. And I see my opponent's a level 10 castle. Usually that means, that often means they are playing sorts of like Reaper decks and things like that, but I haven't seen anything yet. Okay, let's go here. Maybe my opponent just has a really bad draw. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put that Angel down because I have a feeling, yep, that's what I had a feeling he was going to do. Let's play the Vampire. Yeah, okay. Go here. All right. So far, so good. Okay, that's one thing that I can't really deal with in this deck. Don't really have a way of dealing with the Black Witch. This isn't going to be good either because that thing's just going to get powered up. Okay, here we go. Let's go here. All right. Let's go here. Oh no, that's not good. Come on, get through there. No, darn. He's got so many wins. So many wins in this deck. You know what? I know I've got that on the castle, but I really just want to keep this alive. Okay, here we go. Freeze. There we go. Come on. Come on. Alright. Here we go now. Here we go. Now we're going to get that egg. There we go. And now my opponent's in big trouble. Yep. That's going to be it. And that's how it works with this deck. We got out the Valkyrie. So this is one of the few decks that I've had success with the Valkyrie. And as you can see, I can even upgrade my Valkyrie to level 4. It's the first legend. Well, actually I was able to upgrade that to level 4 and haven't. I just recently upgraded the Dragon to level 4. But the Valkyrie I've been able to upgrade for a while. I've decided not to upgrade her. Okay, so we're going to set the gold chest open. Let's play one friendly battle. And then we're going to end this video here. Was training with Targaryen earlier today. He was playing sort of a rush deck, and I think he's not going to like the results here because I have a good draw, and this is going to be not so good there. Bam, 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 and then we can put this down here, slow down that attack. Yep, and then we'll go here with this. So he's not going to like this. He's not going to like this. And then we're going to go Angel right behind. A little bit annoying there that he's got the... That's a good combination, the Pirate with the... okay, that's a good move. That's the way most people stop these sorts of Angel decks if they're playing Rush deck. But he's already in trouble, I think, here because... man... Maybe he's not going to be in trouble because this is what they try to do to you with these decks. Oh no. I really have to freeze it fast. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, now I need to get her. I need to get the Valkyrie up in the top lane pretty badly to protect up there. Yep, there we go. And now is when the rush deck's in a lot of trouble. There's just not a lot he's going to be able to do here. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's that, but it's too late. All right, cool. All right, well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like the all-in deck. Hope you like the deck I'm currently playing. And if you did like this video, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.